Hey everyone, welcome to March MUN-Ness with Confidence Capital. In this video, I'm going to be covering 4 steps to writing an effective Model UN position paper. If you haven't already followed our social medias, I've linked them in the descriptions below. We'll be covering original Model UN content this month that'll help you prepare for a Model UN, whether you're a rookie or you're more advanced. With that, let's move on with the video. So, why do position papers matter? Well, they're used to help organize your research. So some content that you put in your position paper, you can actually end up using in your speeches as well. Then, it is required by most conferences. So most conferences, they will grade it, and the chairs of the committee you're participating in, they'll provide feedback. And then some conferences make the position papers used for weighing awards. So when they're deciding who gets first, second, and so forth, position papers can play a role. In addition, position papers, some conferences have a Best Position Paper award, so you might want to be on the lookout for that. Then, position papers can help improve your writing skills. So in my experience in Model UN, it has helped me improve my grammar skills as well as my researching, so how to use citations and all of that. So on the whole, that will all benefit the general category of writing. Step number 1 now is to review your background guide. So first you have to register for a conference, and when you do, there are usually 3 main committee types: a general assembly, a specialized, and then a crisis. Now each committee will have, or each committee type will have different committees in them with different topics. I have linked a graphic in the description below that explains the differences between each so you know what you're getting into. With the background guide, there's usually one paragraph. It is written by the people that are running the conference. So one paragraph that talks about a topic overview, one paragraph about topic history, one paragraph about tried solutions, another about some notable countries and what they have done, and then they will end with usually anywhere from 3 to 5 essential questions. These essential questions are meant to guide your research, and they're about subtopics within the topic as a whole that you're given. Now, some committees that you participate in may have 2 topics, so there'll be 2 sets of essential research questions. Step number 2 is to research. So I like to create a Google Drive folder with documents in it. Now I like to spend about 20 minutes each on each essential question. So what I'll do is I'll copy and paste my research into this document, and I'll format it, I'll put links so that when I need some places to research, like a quick, whether it be in committee or before committee, I know where to go. Then, once I'm done with that, I like to research the country specifics. So an amazing resource is a CIA factbook, which I've linked in the description. You want to be looking at things like country demographics, the latest news, what their involvement is in the topic that you're researching solutions to, the financial status, etc. So step number 3 is to actually write your position paper. So position paper length varies. Some conference will ask you multiple pages, some will only ask you for 1 page. So usually when you register for a conference, you will have a register through a website. And with the website, they'll provide some email contact, whether it be the specific chairs of your committee or the people that are running the conference as a whole. So reach out to them and ask if they haven't specified on their website. So this is a position paper that I used in a conference a year ago. So some position papers, like I mentioned, they will require a cover page. So it's pretty simple. All you do is put a country flag. In this case, I was Iraq. Put the name of the committee you're in, your name, you are a delegate, the school you're representing. If you're an independent delegation, you can just say independent delegation, the name of the conference, any topics. So usually some conferences, committees will have 2 topics, some will have 1. So how many ever there are, you list them out as I've done so, and then you put the emblem of your country. So the paper is divided into 3 sections. The first is a background, which you can consider as a history of the topic. So the section should not merely be a restatement of your background guide. Instead, it should elaborate on the issue as your country sees it. According to your nation, what are the major problems that need to be discussed? Why have these problems arisen? So as you can see here, this is kind of the call to action. Now, the country's stance or position on the topic. So you want to explain and assess the various solutions that your country has explored. So what actions has your country taken to address the problem? Which actions have been successful for your nation, and in what areas is further improvement needed? Remember, you want the decision of the committee to be as according to your plan and as favorable for your representation as possible. So in this case, I provided some background in Iraq, which about tourism, because that was the topic. And then now we go into the possible solutions. So how do you feel the UN or the committee you're a part of should address the issue? What solutions would you support in a resolution, which is a paper full of solutions at the end? What remedies does your country oppose? Furthermore, how will your nation's specific stance on this issue match up with other countries' positions? So here, as Iraq, I outlined a 2-pronged approach as to how I wanted to tackle the situation. I talked about what I don't like, for example, predictive policing, and then I talked about social media. That could be a possible solution. And then this is optional, I like to have it as a conclusion, so you're summarizing all the main points in a cohesive 3 to 4 sentences. And then the last part, it's a works cited page. Now, they use mostly MLA citation. Now, if you don't know MLA citation, there's no need to worry because I'll be dropping a link in the description below to an MLA citation generator that I found pretty easy to use and for which I've actually generated these citations from. Now that you're done writing your position paper, the fourth and final step is to review. Nothing looks worse than you submitting a position paper and it being filled with lots of grammar mistakes that could have easily been avoided otherwise. So grammar does matter, again, I'd like to emphasize. So in order to fix that, or you can have someone like Confidence Capital review. You can send it to our email, confidencecapitalva@gmail.com. Email is also linked in the description below. And if you give us about 2 to 3 days, we can review it for you and provide feedback, not just on grammar, but also the substance of your content. And then once you're done, submit. You want to space things out a week in advance. You do not want to wait until the last minute to cram and finish it because A, that is bad, and B, some conferences, they have early submission deadlines before the conference, so you don't want to miss out on that. So with that, we've reached the end of the video. We'll be putting out a diplomacy and speaking graphic on our social medias next Wednesday, followed by a writing resolution papers video here on YouTube the following. So follow our Instagram at Confidence Capital and or our LinkedIn to stay tuned in the meantime. If you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like. Till next time, everyone, take care.